Hey guys, can you hear me? Good morning. Hey guys, or good afternoon. Why do I always say good morning when it's not morning? Maybe because I used to be live early in the morning. Can you guys hear me okay? How is the sound? Let me know. I'm using a new audio mixer. Tap the screen. Let me tap the screen. Tap, 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 tap. Tap the screen. Share the live. Subscribe. Gift. Welcome to the news and clip hour. Welcome back. It is our second annual show. I'm feeling very good about it. Guys, keep sharing the live. Tap the screen. Share the live. So much news going on today. I'm good. I had to take a little break there for a hot second, but I'm good now. I think we're all going through waves of deciding how good we are or aren't, but I'm good. I'm back in the groove. The good news is like, as somebody who loves to educate myself, there will never be a shortage of news or articles to read or clips to consume or things to like present to you guys. I guess that's sort of the advantage of the situation we're in. God, is there a lot of stuff to talk about. Yeah, no, angry is good. I think we're all in different stages of grief. Angry is good. I used to I after before I went to like years and years of therapy, I definitely like went I anger used to drive me in like a pretty I think in a healthy way. Like I think you could use anger in a healthy way, like where it's better than being, say, paralyzed by fear or, super sad. So, I yeah, I agree. But hey, latest news updates, something I want to talk about real quick while we're tapping the screen, sharing the live. Let's get people in here because you're in Denmark. I'm jealous. Fill out my asylum paperwork. That's like my dream country to live in. Congratulations on being part of Scandinavian democracy. Is it as good as it looks? I know. Look, everyone in the comments, like everyone in the comments just, please take me to Denmark. Very jealous. Love Scandinavian democracy. Borgen is one of my favorite shows on Netflix. I'm obsessed with Scandinavian democracy, so I watch it's like the West Wing, but for Denmark. Guys, keep tapping the screen, share the live, tap, tap, tap. Okay. Let's get to talking. I just want to talk about how can you see this article okay? How is it on so I don't know if you guys heard what's going on today on Capitol Hill. A lot going on. Trump is in DC. I'm good. I'm doing pretty good. Yeah. Thank you for asking. I'm doing very well. Thank you. Hey guys, welcome, welcome, welcome. Please give, subscribe, like the live. I do rely on your tips and donations to keep my show going, to put these clips together, to do all the research. If you would like to donate, this is my Cash App and Venmo. It's just same as my name and my profile, which is a girl has no name. Like, follow. Please definitely follow my account and subscribe, join the team. Oh, yeah. And finally, if you would like a link to the Discord where any articles we go over, any clips, and believe me, there are some good ones today, will also be posted in the live sources section in the Discord. Okay, people keep saying, okay, who said that? A-Rod? Or sorry if I pronounced it wrong. It looks like A-Rod. Something doesn't add up. The math doesn't make sense. I don't necessarily see it that way. And I actually have an article to like go over some of the latest numbers. And one of my favorite political writers who does like statistical analysis. So I think I'll go through that at some point. It's in the outline. It's all the list. And man, do we just have God, the Trump cabinet picks are the gift that keep on giving. Like this stuff is not funny, but prepare to laugh. Like I don't mean this to be funny, but the Republicans are making it funny. There's nothing we can do. But anyways, back to what's going on Capitol Hill right now because this is just happening in real time. So I'm just going to update you guys. Trump is in D.C. Right? He showed up this morning. I believe at like some hotel in Washington. The House Republicans met with Trump. They did their little rah rah MAGA thing. Guess who else is there? Yes, laugh so you don't cry. 100%. I could not agree more. Like this, as somebody who was raised by a malignant narcissist, like this, I feel like this is just all my childhood has given me the training to get through the next 4 years. Like, don't, yeah, you just gotta, don't worry, you gotta just laugh. You just laugh. Don't try to make sense of it. Don't use too much of your energy being angry. That's the way to sanity. I promise you. I know for real. Like for real, my whole childhood was training for this. Like that's how I felt in 2016. Don't worry, guys, but try not to use too much of your energy being angry because malignant narcissists do not care. That's what they want. They want to bother you. Gray rock, no reaction. Um Anyway, so Capitol Hill and what's going on today. Trump is in DC. I believe the House Republicans met with Trump this morning at like a hotel and they had like a little conference, like a little scary rah rah MAGA session. Guess who was there, right? And holding Trump's hand, Elon Musk. Way to let the richest man in the world is just holding Trump's hand, walking around with him, making decisions. Or should I say, I can't. We'll get to it because I prepared to laugh today. Or should I say, what is it? The DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency? Is that what Vivek and Elon have named themselves now? Like, I can't. We're now making up fake government departments to appease Elon Musk and make him feel like he has a job. That is not a real job. Vivek and Elon Musk have a fake job. And we're going to have to give, we probably also will have to give RFK a fake job, like make him think he's doing something. Like we'll just have to make up a department for him to, where we could just say, it's okay, RFK, you're doing something. Sit in this windowless cubicle and like, or windowless broom closet and like, this is your department, RFK. You could I don't know if you saw what RFK was up to yesterday. He's like confronting like the makers of Fruit Loops, saying that there were like 3 ingredients in Fruit Loops in Canada and there's like 50 in Fruit Loops in America, which is none of that is true. There's like 16 ingredients in Canada and 17 in America. But don't worry, that we just need to give RFK a fake department where he believes that he is up to something. I think that is going to be the key. Like, I think we're actually doing a good job. Elon Musk believes he has a department of the government. Don't tell him otherwise. But, anyways, so on Capitol Hill, Trump's on Capitol Hill. They were at a hotel in DC. Him and Elon Musk or Tina met with the House Republicans today. Then Trump went to the White House and met with Biden. I heard Melania's not there, it's n no shocker there. I think she will spend about 2% of her time in DC. Like, she will do anything she can, I think, just like last time, to never yeah, Elania Muscardina. Isn't that what I haven't met Muscles used to call 'em I haven't seen Muscles in a long time. Now that I think about it, since, like, my algorithm doesn't give me any actual content. I need to look up what Muscles in Nursing is up to because 'cause I'm pretty sure that's who started calling Elon Musk that. Elania Muscardina. Oh, yeah. No, who said that? He's Ascler 104. Yeah. Oh, we will get to that. I didn't mean for this to be just an opportunity. You guys, I didn't mean I was just researching Trump's picks and then I took this deep dive into who this Fox News hosts are. Fox News hosts that he is the least qualified Secretary of Defense of legit all time. Oh, I need to reset the gift goal. Thank you very much. Let me wait. Edit. Did I just do that? I don't know what I just did. 10? Yeah. Am I doing? Sorry, I'm just updating the gift goal. Still learning the difference between updating like alerts and updating the actual gift goals that make noise. Okay, anyways, again, yeah, tap the screen, share the live. I'll just repeat one more time. Trump's in Washington, D.C. He met with the House Republicans this morning with Elon Musk at a hotel in D.C. Then he met with Biden. Um, that went good. Here's the best part, though. MAGA is having a full on meltdown. I know. Don't you love the new setup? TikTok Studio, the once you get it down, it's really yeah. TikTok Studio is awesome once you figure out how it all works. And this is like a new audio mixer and microphone too. I'll just show you with like XLR. So yeah, the sound is sounding. Um, so here's the best part. MAGA is having a full on meltdown on X. I know most of you guys don't want to be on X, and I don't want to blame anyone who doesn't. So I'll just tell you what's going on. MAGA is in a full on revolt. Let me see if I can make this bigger because I want to make sure you guys can actually see some of these tweets. So they voted, and it's secret ballot in the Senate, right? And the three choices, Elon was backing crazed largest Medicare fraud, I believe, in Texas history, Rick Scott. And I think yesterday I said it was in Florida and someone corrected me. And then I did look it up. I think Rick Scott is a senator in Florida, but his Medicare fraud was in Texas. So thank you, whoever did correct me yesterday. So Elon Musk wanted Rick Scott. He's one of the richest members in Congress, but the day I thought I would cheer for John Thune to win something, I call John Thune the golden boy from South Dakota. That is like Mitch the Turtle McConnell's number two, right? This is John Thune is this tall, kind of handsome. I mean, he's kind of older, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know what you guys know about the Senate, but they call them the three Johns, right? For a long time, Mitch McConnell was in charge, and then underneath him were the three Johns, which is John Barrasso from Wyoming, John Cornyn from the senator from Texas, and John Thune, the senator from South Dakota. And those were kind of Mitch McConnell's like three underlings. John Cornyn and John Thune ran for Senate Majority Leader along with Rick Scott. And MAGA has been full on backing Rick Scott, like saying, we want Rick Scott. And it's pretty much been this like, race for who can prove they're most loyal to Trump. Now remember another disturbing thing about this, actually, it's probably important enough that I just bring up the article really quick because people were mentioning it yesterday and I didn't really touch on it, so I want to make sure that we touch on this because it is super important. This is something Trump was doing over the weekend, demanding that senators allow recess appointments. And I have a really good clip on this, so I'm not going to get too deep into it because I have a clip of Rachel Maddow kind of explaining why this is so egregious. And I'll just let her explain it. But essentially, think that there are three branches of government, right? And like the legislative branch is important. That's what the Senate is part of. And Trump saying that he demands senators allow recess appointments is he's basically saying, one of your major functions of the legislative branches is to approve these appointments. I don't need you. I want to choose, who I want, and I want to bypass the legislative branch. Like, this is what this is part of consolidating power in the executive branch. That's what he's essentially saying. And he was saying that they should choose a Senate majority leader who would help him sort of do this, which in theory, that would have been Rick Scott, but it's not. Rick Scott did not win. The golden boy from South Dakota, Mitch McConnell's golden boy, John Thune, won. Because traditionally, and just how if you want to be elected Senate Majority Leader, what you do is you raise money. Like that is the number one job of whoever is in charge, right? Like that's what Hakeem Jeffries has to do. His job is number one job is fundraising, right? You raise money to get people reelected. And like why John Thune most likely got reelected, I mean, he has been Mitch McConnell's number two forever, but this guy raised millions upon millions of dollars to get people reelected. No one can stand Rick Scott. Like the feeling is mutual. If Rick Scott was elected Senate Majority Leader, I'd be very worried. If you don't remember, Rick Scott tried it last time, right? He tried to oust Mitch the Turtle McConnell, the most feared creature in the DC swamp. And that's why Rick Scott and Mike Lee got kicked off committees as punishment because Mitch McConnell's like, don't ever come. Like, if you come for me, you better not miss. And they missed. And Rick Scott has missed again. So at least the Senate's showing at least a tiny bit of sanity. Like I never thought the day would come where I'm cheering for John Thune to win something, but I guess desperate times call for desperate measures. I wanted to look up, I think this is the other article I have in the outline in it. I wanted to look up the vote totals because I don't even think Rick Scott beat John Cornyn. Like I think John Thune had the most votes. It's secret ballot, and then John Cornyn and Rick Scott was third, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, let's see. Thune is a close ally of retiring leader Mitch McConnell, has been critical of Trump in the past. That's the thing. Thune has not had, just like McConnell has had a little bit of a contentious relationship with Trump, so has Thune, but in the recent days has kind of started, kissing up and saying we're going to work together. I guess it says he reassured senators in a closed door meeting that he would work hand in glove with the new administration and would not butt heads with Trump, even on issues such as continuing U.S. aid for Ukraine. Thune beat Senator John Cornyn, who was previously in Senate leadership but had promised colleagues he would change the way the conference had been run, 29-24. He also beat Rick Scott. So they don't even say how many votes. I don't know. I don't know how many votes Rick Scott got. I am going to assume that he got third place. Oh, Scott received 13, Cornyn 15, Thune 23. Well, this says who was previously Senate leadership, the way the conference had been run 29-24. It says Thune beat Cornyn 29-24. He also beat Rick Scott of Florida. I don't know. I'm just reading this. But this, who said that in the comments? Scott received 13, Cornyn 15, and Thune 23. I don't know. This says Thune got 29-24. I don't know. But I'm just quoting the Washington Post here. Oh, that was the second round. Okay, there. Okay, so there was a runoff. There you go. Gotcha. Yeah, so Rick Scott fails again, which is quite hilarious and always will be. But what I want to show you is less about that and more about this. What's going on X. Okay, so let me just show you some of MAGA's meltdown. So it was reported Trump wanted to endorse Scott, but knew he didn't have the votes. Yeah, Scott is not well liked. So he didn't want to back him only to be publicly humiliated. But Musk backed Rick Scott along with all the far right MAGA senators. The MAGA meltdown after the vote was fun to watch. Look, cat turd. Sorry. I do love to watch a ex MAGA meltdown. Trump won a historic landslide and a national mandate. So naturally, our Republican Senate elects one of the biggest Trump haters on the planet as majority leader at John Thune. These skunks hate you. Leo Terrell. The deep state is alive and well. They are celebrating and laughing at MAGA. Graham Allen. Senator John Thune from South Dakota has been elected the Senate Majority Leader. War it is. MAGA does not take news well. Like, truly, they do not deal with anything in a healthy way. Roseanne Barr. Get ready to primary, everyone, guys. This will not stand. Anthony Sabatini. Remove John Thune now. George Santos, the Thune pick is a joke. George, worry about your federal court case. Bannon's War Room. Peter Navarro, under no circumstance. Is Peter out of jail? Oh, yeah, I guess he's out of jail now. Hold on, let me move my iPad. Make it easier for me to read and face forward. Okay. Under no circumstances should President Trump leave Washington with Thune or Cornyn as Senate Majority Leader. John Thune hates President Trump's guts. Any Republican who votes for him to be Senate Majority Leader is a traitor to America. Well, I guess tell that to the people that voted him in. The Senate just effed us and gave us Thune for Majority Leader. He might be worse than Mitch McConnell. So disgusted. Beware of new Senate leader John Thune is not a friend of the J6ers. No one is. He is one of the many spineless rhinos that immediately threw us all under the bus on January 6th, following the mainstream news media narrative and drumming up hatred against us that made it impossible for any J6 patriot to get a fair and impartial jury in Washington, D.C. Oh, Ivan Raiklin, who you okay, let me explain to you who Ivan Raiklin is really quick, because you guys don't know this. You know how we have like the one conspiracy theory the left actually has is like about margarine in the backpack? You guys know, I'm not gonna repeat it because I don't want to get the live flag, but you know what I'm saying? Like what we talk about margarine and how her gait appears to, like, and she left a backpack outside of like headquarters. Okay. This is the guy they really suspect of doing it. Like, this is one of Ivan Raiklin. He is scary, and a lot of people actually suspect him of doing that. He is about Marge's son and same build. So, I mean, you could look him up. He's friends with Alex Jones. Trump needs to offer everyone that voted for Thune a position in his administration and then fire them out the day after they resign as a senator. This is the quickest way to drain the Senate swamp. Charlie Kirk. John Thune is Senate Majority Leader. He has a short window to show us he will support President Trump, fill his cabinet, confirm his judges, and pass his agenda. If he does, we will fully support him. If he doesn't, we will work to remove him. Laura Luber, at Senator John Thune. John Thune has been elected as Senate GOP leader. Thune has been notoriously anti-Trump. Anna Paulina lunatic. McConnell 2.0. Actually, he is McConnell 2.0. Like, he has been studying at the feet of Mitch McConnell for years. But I just thought it was really funny how upset MAGA is. MAGA is not having a great day. I know you guys don't like to be on X, so I'll do it for you, but it is a fun time to be on there because they are losing their minds. Okay, on to some clips now. Let me make this a little smaller. Isn't Laura going to be an advisor? I don't know about that. Like, there's so much pushback on Laura Loomer. Like, she was a big part of like Stop the Steal and all this. I don't know. Like, every time, remember when Laura Loomer just got off that plane with Trump and like Republicans freaked out? Like, a lot. Laura Loomer, it's not some feud with the left. Laura Loomer has a lot of Republicans that do not like her. Like, Laura, I said this yesterday. Someone did an someone like donated and did an F Mary Banish, and I was talking about how, or one of the choices was Laura Loomer, and I was saying the one good thing Laura Loomer does every single day is attack margarine. Like, the one service she does for the left is constantly attack Marjorie Taylor Greene every 5 minutes. That is her one service to us, and we will allow it. But anyways, more importantly, what I want to talk about now is Carrie Lake is a loser. So Carrie Lake has lost again. Carrie Lake still thinks she is, in fact, the governor of Arizona has now again lost a Senate race and lost by thousands and thousands of votes. I just want to show a clip yesterday from Ruben Gallego's actual acceptance speech.
For the veterans out there that suffer from PTSD, for the single moms working 2 jobs and raising their 3 kids, for the dads who have to miss bedtime because they want to work that extra shift, and for the kids sleeping on the floor, dreaming about a better America and a better future. This victory is for you. Thank you, Arizona.
Well, that is 2 Democratic senators. We have 1 astronaut and 1 former Marine. I love Ruben Gallego. He's Hispanic. He has PTSD like me. Like, I think he's a great fit, and I also think Ruben Gallego's another example of, like, how there was an appetite in swing states such as in Arizona to elect Democrats, right? I think Ruben Gallego is a great example of hope in Arizona. He handily won. I think that was one race from the beginning. I mean, it would be interesting if he had an opponent other than Carrie Lake, because again, Carrie Lake committed the cardinal sin of Arizona. She disparaged John McCain, and you'd ever disparage John McCain in Arizona. That and she's sort of a known liar who will not stop lying. So, yeah, between those 2 things and continuing to backtrack, I think, yeah, people have had it with her. So, again, Carrie Lake has lost again. Here, let me change my gift goal. Carrie Lake has lost again. Ruben Gallegos, our senator. We now have 2 Democratic senators from Arizona in the Senate, which is super awesome. I just Chuck Schumer was on the Senate floor yesterday, and I just want to play this clip because I think it was interesting what he was talking about.
To Democrats who were back around in 2004, remember the grief we felt back then? It was a tough election, for sure. But what happened afterwards? We got back to work to regain the trust of the American people. I was proud to be part of that process as chair of the DSCC, and just 2 years later, the tide turned in a dramatic way. Finally, before I turn to the Senate, let me say this. I hope that after last week we can put to rest the fantasy of stolen elections and rigged outcomes. 4 years ago, the losing side refused to accept the will of the people, and it led to a violent insurrection at the U.S. Capitol. This year, we will not go down that dark and violent path.
I concur with this statement. Like, I know, and I'm going to go over, I know someone at the beginning of this live was talking about voting numbers. Actually, maybe I'll just do it right now so we can make sure we get through them. I just want to show you some numbers and sort of make it make sense. I think I understand people's sort of want for there to be something wrong with the numbers, right? It's kind of the bargaining stage of grief. I think it's natural to say this can't be real, like make it make sense. How does this work, right? But I think this has some really good explanations that I want to read. So, hold on here. Again, this is one of my favorite authors. If you're looking for someone to follow, who I know some people are off the Washington Post or don't feel good about it. Guys, thank you so much for the subs. Thank you so much. Like, subscriptions are how I support myself and how I keep this show going. Thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate you guys so much. I am trying to get more subscriptions. Please subscribe. I appreciate it. Okay, so this article is called What the Numbers Actually Say About the 2024 Election. Um, so it's in what is likely to be the narrowest margin of victory since 2000. Trump probably benefited from those who stayed at home, right? So that's what we need to know. Trump actually probably benefited more from people not voting than he did like bring in more voters. There's this idea that he like crushed this, but let's drill it down starting at the national level. Okay, so again, this article is by Philip Bump, I think he actually goes by Phil. This is literally one of my favorite writers in politics. I suggest just following him as a writer. Follow him on X, follow him on social media. This man's a genius. Okay, it is likely that when all of the votes are counted, right, Trump will have received about half of the votes cast, beating Vice President Kamala Harris by about a percentage point. Okay, that's how small it is. As a function of the two-party vote, Trump's popular vote victory, his first, right, will probably be the smallest since Al Gore received more votes than George W. Bush in 2000. So that Trump wins the popular vote by literally they're projecting again. Philip Bumps does statistical analysis. We're looking at probabilities and projections, and they're projecting he will win it by literally 1 percentage point. No, we don't need a recount. Again, we're talking about the popular vote, not the Electoral College. Okay, so these are two different things. We're just right now I'm talking about the popular vote. This will be the smallest margin of the popular vote since Al Gore beat George Bush in 2000. So again, like it's kind of being said that like Trump blew this out of the water. That's not the case. So and let me talk about that because I'm trying to go through these numbers to give some people more clarity because I know a lot of Democrats are saying like, well, the math's not mathing to me. And this article will help the math. Again, if you want access to this article, any articles I go through, send a message to at Felice Navidad Live. This is just a TikTok account and say I want a link to the Discord and we will get you one. All of this stuff is available in the live sources section. I'm so glad you're here, Jessica. Oh yeah. So again, his name is Philip Bump. He is like one of the main political writers. He does statistical analysis. He works for the Washington Post. And I don't say, you know how I'm a sapiosexual. Like I love people's brains. This man's a genius. And he just gives it to you straight. If you're interested in data and just explanations like, hey, do these numbers make sense? Follow Philip Bump. He will never let you down. Okay. So Trump's win is less because of the votes he gained since 2020. So understand that. It's not that he gained so many votes since 2020, probably about 2.9 million once all the votes are in. So did Trump gain extreme amounts of votes? No. They're projecting he probably gained about 2.9 million votes once all said and done. So it's less about that, though, than those Harris lost relative to Joe Biden's 2020 total, which they are projecting when all the votes are said and done, because we have millions of outstanding votes. She probably lost about 5.7 million, right? So total turnout is likely to be down by several million votes, probably somewhere in the range of what Trump gained, right? Which is 2.9 million, right? Somewhere in the range of 2 point something. That's not, people are projecting crazy things like 15 million. So let's go through those numbers, okay? Total turnout is likely to be down by several million votes, probably somewhere in the range of what Trump gained. As of writing, the drop in turnout is far larger. So that's what you hear Democrats, like people that are kind of, I think it's the bargaining stage of grief, but people are like, the numbers don't make sense, right? That's what Philip Bump is addressing here. He's saying, as of writing, the drop in turnout is far larger, but that's because several populous states have votes outstanding, right? Most notably California, where millions of votes right now, today, this article's written today, still remain to be counted. Okay? Okay? Hello. Hello?